Okay, kids, let's keep this simple. We're doing it for the money this time. What's up, guys? ChasingLamely here with episode number 121 of Passport to Poland, and today we play Ajax in a game that, essentially points mean money is what's happening for us today, because we're out of the Champions League. We've got one more game left in the group, but we can have some effect because if we beat Ajax and Celtic, I think, draw with Chelsea, maybe beat Chelsea. I always forget how the thing works with the goal differencey thing, but essentially, if we can beat Ajax and Celtic can beat Chelsea, then Celtic will beat into the next round of the Champions League. So we actually have something to play for. I believe we're the only Polish club still in the competition. I forgot to look earlier on. We had 2 entries this year, and I know people have been wondering as well what's going on with the other European competitions. Has there been any joy for any Polish clubs? And the answer looks like a resounding no in the Euro Cup, and in the Euro Cup 2, which we should be there. It looks like we have seen no joy anywhere from Poland this year. I kind of wish I'd sandbagged to get into the Euro Cup 2 this year, because that way we would actually have a chance of winning a trophy. Anywho, let us look at what we've done since we last met in the 3-0 loss against Chelsea. We drew with Wisla Plock. We beat Wisla Plock. English, let's look at what's on the screen before we talk. Beat Wisla Plock 3-1. Sindelar with a brace and Carlos Fernandez with a single goal. And then we drew with Olimpia Grzeszcz, which was quite disappointing, but we rotated the team a little bit for this one. With decisions like seeing what Dominic Ehrman's like in midfield. Everyone played well, the result just didn't come. Sindelar got the goal, and we'll just move swiftly on to the game itself. So, team selection wise, we've got a couple of changes I think we need to make, but I think I sorted it all out beforehand. Dostlek is out with the flu, and Steven Bergwijn is out with pulled knee ligaments. I think I made all the changes I need to, because everyone else... Yep. Right, so, team-wise, we have Wilson in goal, Pleshko, Stewart, Devine and Ehrman are the back 4. Behind Klima, Ribeiro, De Bernardi, Longstaff. Fernandez moves forward to be the playmaker behind Patia, with Gomez, Bateo, Kondraki, Sindelar, Brzezowski, Kokoska and Angerin on the bench. There was some thoughts that went into maybe moving Gomez into the midfield because De Bernardi is not fully fit, or keeping Bateo and Fernandez both in the midfield. But that was what I came up with when I sat looking at the team selection, so that's what we're going with. Right, which just had a notice that Pleshko not fully fit, but that's fine. We've got replacements available for him too. That's perfect. Right, let's get into the game, and hopefully we're going to see our way clear to making a point happen. I haven't changed the thing to counter-attacking again, which I probably should have set up on this tactic a long time ago. The trouble is, for the league, I used it for the league for the last few years. We don't need to counter-attack in the league because we should be able to beat most teams quite handily on balanced. So, it's just one of those oversights, but we'll fix it before we kick off. And hopefully we will get to kick off, because, like I said, this save has got enormous, and it's taking a little while to load into the actual matches now. It's taking a bit of effort to get through seasons, which is fine, but also lots of waiting. So let's put a cut in, shall we? Ironically, just after I said let's put a cut in, this came straight up. So, pointless. Even so, let's have a look at the Ajax team we're playing today. It's Onana, Ronnie, Reggiani, Lozano and Lee, Martin, Rees, Solomon, Shabalos, Gravenberg and Thiago. with a whole bunch of guys on the bench. At least they haven't played a whole continent against us like Chelsea did. It will all work out fine. We will get through it as best we can. So let's just skip through into the tunnel. That'll do. He'll play. He'll be fine. How do I plan to throw Ronnie off his game? I'm going to praise him and see what happens. We're not going to risk Kokoska because I didn't see where he fit. I probably could have put him in instead of Divine, to be honest. But he can only play 75 minutes anyway, so let's not risk him unnecessarily. Into the game, I'm going to make that change on to Cautious now, because I feel like at home on Cautious against an Ajax side that we're more or less even with, I would suggest, with a couple of their players not fully fit as well in Ceballos and Gravenberch. You know, we should be able to do something. As Ehrman throws it to Fernandes, our first highlight, cross comes in, doesn't quite go anywhere. Ribeiro to Fernandes, and Carlos Fernandes puts us ahead against Ajax. And that could mean an awful lot for us, because a win in the Champions League is worth £2 million, and that's a lot of money. So it would be nice to make that money happen. Beautiful finish too, really, really good finish. Really justifying my playing him as the playmaker. Maybe that's a mistake I've been making the whole season long, having him playing deeper. But we'll see how it goes. We are only leading 1-0 after all. We need to do a get creative here because they're probably going to score. As Gravenberch finds his way through, can we do something? No, we can't. And that is his 6th goal of the season, and he's barely fit enough to manage to put his boots on today. Which is slightly disappointing, I'm not going to lie, but we'll make the best of it as we always do, I guess. Really good ball over the top. Someone really should have got back and covered here. Maybe a bit too far ahead of our, or behind our back four. They pushed up maybe a touch too much, and that's really what's punished us, but it's fine, because as long as we don't let them run up a cricket score now, we should survive. As Thiago lays it off to Solomon, to Ronnie, but Ehrman is there to make the defense or make the block, and he's played it up to Patia, who is on his own. I don't know who he's got around him, but it looks like he's just going to go for it, because why not? And what on earth was that? After a run like that, you've really got to finish it, or at least work the goalkeeper, or you just make yourself look silly, which is what he's done. Let's do a demand more if it's going to let us. There we go. Because I genuinely believe we can get 3 points against Ajax in this game. I think we can. I know I can. I believe we can. I would like to see Celtic do something, anything to get above Ajax, if I'm honest. By my calculations, that means they're drawing, which is not the result they're looking for. They are looking for a win. They've had 1 win and 5 draws in the Champions League as it stands. And that's a weird run, a weird record to have. But, you know, if they can just get themselves that extra win, push themselves over the top, and we can hold Ajax at bay for them, who knows? Maybe there is magic to be found. Let's get creative, see what we can do. Matty Longstaff is having one of his games where he just goes missing again. Pleshko and Di Bernardi are tiring. Not a great all-around look for us. Celtic really need to step up their game to get themselves back into this. I'm going to have to make that first sub and take Pleshko off. We will send on Brzalski because, you know, we've not seen a lot of him in this Champions League run. He is a player I quite like in the squad, especially as he's a youth teamer. But we'll see if he can maybe be the guy that gets them, or gets us that elusive, or helps build the elusive goal. We'll take off Di Bernardi. We will send on. Well, yeah, we'll send on Dino Sani Bateo, and we will swap Fernandes back into the centre of midfield, which I know I've said already in this game hasn't been working for us lately, but it's what we have to work with. Brzalski with the throw-in finds Bateo. Bateo with the ball inside to Fernandes, who gets himself tackled twice and still has the ball as it starts snowing like something in a Christmas movie. Ribeiro, ball across to Longstaff. Longstaff finds Brzalski out wide. Back to Ribeiro. We are looking like we can do something. Fernandes into Bateo. All the way back to Lucas Klima, and we need to get this ball forward again as Ehrman is there. Airman, can he beat his man? He has. He's got down the left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the box? Cuts it back. Patia is there, and he can't quite finish it. Rajani did well to stop him, making a real nuisance of himself. And Patia is having an absolute nightmare and needs to come off, which ruins my plans of taking Airman off. But you know what? Sometimes plans change. You can sort of play as a complete forward, so we're going to let you try it. Why not? If ever there was a time to experiment with Thomas Sindelar playing as a complete forward, that would be it. Let's demand more from the boys, see if that helps anything happen. It doesn't look like it's going to, but maybe, just maybe, we can get this final push. There was a shot on goal that we didn't see that looked quite dramatic, but it didn't quite get there. The shout did nothing, but Airman's got a throw in. To Longstaff. Lays it off for Airman again with a cross. Bajelski was almost in there, but didn't quite get his head to it. Ribeiro, what's he got around him? Can he beat his man? Just back heel to Bajelski. Sindelar heads it down. Airman is there. Oh, first time shot would have done it, but Matty Longstaff knows what's up. And Matty Longstaff, in the 90th minute, has put us ahead against Ajax at home to get us just some money in the bank, quite frankly. Just get us some money in the bank is exactly what we need to do, though. And Matty Longstaff, beautiful, beautiful screamer from distance. And Ajax are going to be embarrassed. Are they going to be embarrassed enough that Celtic jump them? Maybe not, because they're currently losing to Chelsea, so Ajax may be safe through. And I can't give them any praise, so that's the final whistle. And we finish our Champions League campaign in the series with a 2-1 win against Ajax, which is pretty special. At least we went down swinging. We took 4 points out of the thing. I haven't seen actually how our under 18s have done. Our under 18s were in with a small shout. They won. Oh, they've just missed out by a point. They've just missed out by a point in jumping Ajax and getting through. That's disappointing. But we've got our 2.32 million. That's a pretty big win for us in the grand scheme of things. And I think that's probably time to wrap up the episode. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I have, as always, been ChasingLamely, and you can find me on the social medias down here with the Twitter, the Insta, and the Patreon. If you carry on down into that bottom right-hand corner of your little screen there, you should find a like and subscribe type buttons. Hit both of them because they're really good for you. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Have a good one.